We already have the word they, and we already have a use for it. What are you saying?
I say it, man.
I say if you like a woman, I'm gonna call you she. If you like a man, I'm gonna call you he.
There's a there's a girl in the office. Her name is Jamie. Used to be Jason,
Mm.
and yeah, she's like trying to get she tried to get several people in trouble because they might say he because a lot of people that we work with like knew her when she was still a dude,
Mm.
and so she'll take that straight to HR.
Oh boy.
Fuck it, I don't know. Well, we going live? I see that damn on live button. Hey Quinn,
Mm.
Quinn, you got an
Can't hear
HD
him.
shit. Oh well, fuck 'em. But I'm in the middle of the hallway, like bedroom, living room. Like, post it in the motherfucking hallway, bro. And then this big bitch.
I think your microphone's muted, Quentin.
Gotta get ready. All right.
All right, now I can hear you.
Yeah. Divided Union episode 2. We back at it. Few technical difficulties here and there, but it's all good though. We here. B, say what's up to the people.
What up, folks? How y'all doing?
Z, holla at the people.
Say the same thing. Hi, internet land.
And then we're waiting on one more person to come in. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and start that thing up and let it ride. If y'all click the link that I put up right there, y'all should be able to open that up and see the chat and everything.
Yes.
If anybody say anything, whatever.
Try that out.
So let me know how that worked out for you. If you haven't tried these loaded Doritos Locos, what are they? What are they called? I don't even know what they called. But just look for them in the freezer aisle. Got cheese in between, straight slapping. I endorse them 100%. Ain't good for you, but it's good for your soul. Try it out. But we're going to start off with a little bit of sports, the usual. So the Cavs beat up your boys, Benji, pretty bad. The Clippers, they gave them a nice little beat down. And they looking decent, not too amazing. The Spurs actually only 3.5 games away from Golden State right now. A lot of people, finally starting to look at them that we hitting the end of the season. What chance do you think the Cavs and LeBron have of winning a championship?
I think they have very little chance.
Oh.
I was reading an article today about I guess Kyrie went off last night. He had like 33 or 39, some shit like that. But he only had like 1 assist. And I was reading an article, and it said that several players are frustrated because he didn't have more assists and he wasn't sharing the ball more. So I think, because you don't hear no shit like that about Golden State, about players being frustrated about Steph shooting or whatever. So I just don't think they have the chemistry to beat a Spurs or a Golden State right now. They need like 5 more years to get a solid unit, but they ain't got that kind of time.
5 more?
He gonna retire for 5 years. Shit,
hey,
boy.
man, they was up 2-1 in the finals last year though.
They were.
But I understand.
I mean, they just ain't got the chemistry though. Because if Steph played like the MVP in the postseason, like he did in the regular season, boy, it's gonna be full sleep every game. Well, every series.
All right, damn. How you feel, Zach?
I don't know. I would say they don't have any worse or better chance than last year because it's going to be a very similar situation. I mean, but I saw that same thing Benji was talking about with the article. There's like distress in the team potentially, but to me, obviously it all depends on LeBron, but I feel like if he wants to score 40 in any game, he can do it. And I don't know. I always wonder about that because it seems like once he gets going, and if he wants to drive, he's going to have to be fouled to be stopped, or they just hope that he misses it. So
So really, it comes down to the supporting cast, I'd say.
yeah. But one thing that I would say is people are obviously looking at them because they're the number one seed. I feel like if they're not 100% like on the same page and stuff, the Raptors could pretty easily slip by them.
No, sir.
Ooh, maybe they get.
I don't think LeBron will let that happen, bro. Not be by no damn Raptors. I'm sorry.
Might not have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, he almost single-handedly beat the Warriors. Ain't no way he can let them lose some damn Raptors. I mean, nothing against them.
Man.
Nothing against them. I mean, they're a good team, good squad. I mean, they're kind of young, but LeBron ain't going to let that happen, bro.
Boy, if they do though.
Oh, bro, LeBron dynasty, well, his legacy is destroyed, done.
Man, he already hurting from all his finals losses, but I mean, the point is he get there every year, no matter who he with, basically.
That's what I'm saying, man. Everybody always get mad at LeBron saying he sucked, but if he went to the Bucks, they probably go to the finals. They went to the Sixers, they probably go to the finals. So I don't know why everybody be hating on him.
True story.
If he went to their team, they'd be like, "Oh shit, we about to go to the finals now." Like, people be hating until they go to their team.
Especially if it's in the East.
Hell yeah, man. Don't let him go to no powerhouse like OKC with KD and Westbrook. Boy, he gonna shut the game down.
Side note, have y'all watched any of the March Madness NCAA tournament?
Man, I watched Yale play, of all teams, Yale.
Oh, I watched that today too. Upset Baylor.
Them smart jokers know how to play, bro.
That was a good game, man. That was a good game.
Yeah. I think this is like their first tournament appearance in a long time.
Man, the dude from Baylor messed up their chance. He came down the court, tried to go behind the back, lost the ball. That would have killed me, bro.
Trying to be cute, bro.
Man, I would have walked that gym by myself, bro. I would have took my jersey on off, bro.
Oh, they wouldn't even let you on the bus anyway.
I mean, it wasn't nobody's fault was his, but his. It wasn't no foul, nothing like that. Ain't nobody touching him. He just tried to do a move, and the ball was gone. Like in a moment like that, bro, that ain't the right moment to do that. Do your little tight in front, crossover, whatever you gotta do, or slow back down, turn around, whatever you gotta do at the top.
I don't know,
He
man.
tried to take off. I mean, but he didn't have too much time to work with. But
he's probably done that one 500 times though, man. It just had the wrong bounce that time.
Man, I wonder his teammates had to be looking at him like, bro, I can't believe you just threw that ball.
You know he getting cussed out through text all the way to the house. What the fuck you doing, man?
Man, I wonder how understanding his team is gonna be about that.
Ooh, the bench riders probably don't care, but the starters like the seniors, they probably gonna cuss them out though.
Who you got winning, if anybody? I ain't been watching too much college basketball this year, so I can't say anybody with an educated guess. But a lot of people saying this year, even if you have been watching, you can't really guess that good anyway.
That's tough, man, because many number one teams have been knocked off. So, I mean, it's tough to make a call, man. I like Oklahoma, brother. They look good, but Buddy Hield can't do it all by himself. He averaging like 26, everybody else averaging like 10. So he needs somebody to step with him, as Kobe would say.
Oh yeah.
What's
On
up?
top of that, a side topic, the possibly first round pick or first overall pick, Ben Simmons, if I'm not mistaken, being something. But anyway, the whole debate is the new rule with the NBA saying they got to take at least 1 year of college. You know what I'm saying? They got to play in college for 1 year. How do y'all feel about that? Like they have to. Either that or they can go overseas or whatever, but they got to be 1 year removed out of high school before they can come to the NBA. You think that's stupid or you agree with that? Like,
I kind of wish they were forced to stay like 3 or 4 years, man. At least try to get education, because let's say you do get drafted number 1 and then you go out there and get hurt, then how you going to make a living, you know? So, I mean, I do think they should try to develop these young men into men before they send them into this big grown man's league. Because you get into the NBA, you're making millions of dollars. You don't know how to finance your money or manage your money, then you're going to be fucked, bro. You're going to be broke in your first year. You live paycheck to paycheck because you're buying all your homeboys, Rolls Royces, and all that other shit. So, I mean, I think they should be forced to stay a little bit just to grow up a little bit, just to mature a little bit. Feel like Andrew Bynum, man. His young ass, old stupid self, had a good job, good position, and then he fucked it away.
Yeah, I would say the same. Either stay 3 or 4 or just take the rule out completely, because you're defeating the purpose of, I mean, what are you going to accomplish in 1 year? Because you're expected to be a one-and-done player anyway. You know you're not going to be focused. You're going to go play as well as you can in college, and then just go ahead and be looking forward to the NBA draft. And to me, I agree. Stay a minimum of 3, but if you're going to do the rule, why not just make it 4? And just
Yeah, I see
make
what
the
you're
whole
saying,
game.
Zach. Because yeah, what's the point of going 1 year? Because you know they ain't gonna do nothing. They got to fly
Yeah.
semesters. Like, what am I even here for?
I
The
say,
other
yeah,
big thing is they say like for people who want to make money right away, if they're in a really tough situation, they can't afford to not be in the NBA essentially,
yeah,
but they have the talent. So to me, I would say they need to look at restructuring, and I think they are actually looking at it now, a way to spread revenue to players, so you can actually be a paid college player. Why
true
not?
story.
If you're
All
old
right,
enough to
we got
work
a
a regular
Jay in
job,
here real quick. Say we live already, but say what's up to the people real quick, Jay, if you can.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Jay Haygood, aka Bucksy, the Black Eyes 14, 22, 23, 44. I'm in the building. What's up?
True story.
Bro.
Right, right now we talking about the NCAA rule that you gotta play at least 1 year in college, or you gotta be 1 year removed from high school essentially, so they can go overseas for 1 year before you gotta play in the NBA. What you think about that rule, Jay?
Say that to me one more time, bro.
The NBA rule, fairly new, where you can't go to the NBA out of high school. You gotta be 1 year removed from high school before you can play in the league. So basically, you gotta play 1 year of college at least before you can go to the NBA. What you think about it?
Well, I mean, I say that that's that should have been a thing a long time ago. Um, I guess in my opinion or whatever. I mean, like, of course, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and a couple other players, they went straight from to the NBA, straight out of high school or whatever. LeBron James, of course. Um, um, that was just their own individual decision or whatever. But I guess it's just over here in America or whatever. So
Gotcha.
they so strict on not strict, but you know they want the kids to get their education and shit. I mean, so as far as it being like enforced like a rule,
Yes, sir.
um,
Got to. Now, the argument that Zach brought up that a lot of people also think about is like, dude, if I know I can go to the NBA, my family in the hood struggling, bro, I need that money now, not tomorrow, because within a year, some of my people could be dead if I don't get them out now. So
right,
what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing, at least from my perspective, that's a whole nother year that you can get hurt. Or if you stay 3 years, you can have stock through the roof. Then you can have a Kevin Ware where you going for the rebound and then you break your damn leg in half. And now
yeah,
your stock gone, your chance to get that money, that guaranteed contract gone instantly like that. That killed your chances of, getting that easy, fast money. And I feel like from an NBA perspective, the teams, I mean, that's the risk you taking. If you pick somebody up from high school and they don't pan out, Kwame Brown,
Kwame.
then,
He was in the league like
I
12
mean,
years though.
hey man, garbage. But that's and that's the point. That's their risk. They know what they're signing up for. They taking a risk with getting a high school dude. He taking
right.
a risk by going early. But I don't think it should be one. It should be, either 3 years or none at all. Like being Zach was saying, it don't make sense for 1 year. That's killing them. All these one and dones.
Yeah,
But
now that you put it that way, yeah, that's kind of stupid. Just 1 year, and then they'll be eligible to go to the NBA. That kind of don't make any sense.
it's like, bro, either, make them stay for an extended amount of time, at least 3 years, or let them go do their own thing. Just, the people around them, the coaches, whatever, just have to let them know what's up. Like, bro, if you gonna go ahead and try to make that jump, then go ahead, but know the risks that come with it.
Wow.
But, I mean, that would be my perspective. Like, if they made LeBron go to college for like 1 year, he'd be like, bro, y'all just wasted time.
Right.
Get a ring real quick if you win the whole thing and then go on about his business. But
Yeah,
another thing, go ahead.
there has to be incentive if you're going to be forced to stay at a school. There has to be incentive. That's why I was talking about them being able to get paid. And I know, of course, they say the incentive is getting the education, but if everyone's being realistic, that's usually a joke,
Yeah.
especially if someone has the expectation that they're going to the NBA. So
Shout
I
out
don't know.
to Dead End Sports. I was watching a little cast that they had. They spoke on something similar, and they brought up a good point. They were saying, why not allow players to go to the D League for a year if you want to make them go somewhere
Mm-hmm.
where they can actually get paid at least some kind of money, and then you can really see if they're ready for the NBA. Then you can go there, because it's almost like the D League almost irrelevant. I mean, it do mean something because you can go there and pick up players every now and then. Then you have a shining star here and there. But for the most part, you don't hear about it. But that would be a more viable option. So you ain't investing millions right off jump. But they do get to have some money to help their people out and do all that. And if they don't want to go to college, they don't want to deal with the classes, they don't want to waste their time doing all that. They just want to train and play ball. So using the D League as sort of a middle ground instead of, making them go to college per se is another opportunity that could be looked at.
The other thing with not paying the players is that, from what I've heard, I mean, it's not like I have any inside information really, but I heard plenty of stories that top players are getting money anyway. I mean, they find a way around to get paid in college while they're there, so you might as well just figure out a new way and let it happen legally so you can just bypass all the bullshit around it.
Yeah. On a similar topic, sticking along with the NBA for right now, is Durant is going to be a free agent next year. Westbrook, 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Melo ain't about to be no free agent anytime soon, but there's still trade rumors going on with him. They talking about Durant might go to the Warriors, man. The Warriors real interested, but they saying that Durant don't necessarily want to go to the Warriors. Like, he kind of looking at him, but I heard if he go anywhere, it might be LA. Of course, it depends on how far Oklahoma City go this year. But let's say it goes where everybody think it is. They go to the playoffs, they lose. Same old, same old. If Kevin Durant go to the Golden State, how would you feel about it, man?
Pissed.
Because, I mean, off jump, you're going to think that they going to kill everybody, which they probably would. But it's possible, but he's very unselfish, but it's possible he can mess up their chemistry. Don't know. You never know. In order for him to be really effective, he might need the ball a certain amount of times. But so far, he hasn't indicated that. He just take the shot when he got him. So what y'all think about that, man? How would you feel about that? If it be official, and they keep they keep the main three. They keep Steph, they keep Clay, they keep Draymond Green, then they get Kevin Durant, and then you can trade whoever else. Everybody else outside of that can go when it comes to Kevin Durant. So anybody. Jay, what you think, man? How would you feel about it?
Man, it's just like, whenever, like, a franchise, when they already have, like, a thing going, like, they've won a couple of championships, and shit like that. Golden State, they, like you said, they already got their chemistry going, between, Steph and Clay and all them. And, like, if they get Durant, it's going to be like that thing, it's like, they got to get accustomed to, having another superstar, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, who's going to have the ball, when it's, clutch time and shit like that. And, I mean, like, if he goes to Golden State, of course it'll be interesting, who knows? Like, it can go either way, if they get Durant, they'll blow everybody out the water, or, that can, like, fuck Golden State up. They can fuck up their chemistry and shit, and but like, it'll be interesting. That's all I'm saying.
What'd you think, Zach?
Only way I think that would happen is if Golden State gets like knocked out in the second round or something, like they don't even make it to the finals. I think they have too good of a thing going. I mean, I don't know who reported that. I've heard that. I don't know how.
First take, different people. First take, different people on MS. I'm about to say some ESPNs are.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how serious.
Different places.
Yeah.
Yeah, Go ahead.
yeah, how serious the Warriors would be about that because they just have such a good thing. I mean, people always talk about uh, making these super teams and stuff, but that's assuming people on the Warriors. Maybe Steph Curry hates Kevin Durant. Nobody really knows on the outside.
You're right.
I mean, he might have. I mean, they obviously have a good team and they work together really well. So, I mean, they may not even want to entertain that idea.
Hey, Steph, what you think about Kevin Durant? Man, fuck Kevin Durant.
And to me, just as big of a factor is maybe Kevin Durant doesn't want to be a part of a great team like that. He wants to build his own thing. I mean, he's got his pride. He knows he's one of the top players in the world. Maybe he wants to go to another team and build his own thing. I saw two other things earlier today, just a couple hours ago. Boston would be really interested in him, but the bigger one is the Spurs, apparently. And they said they're actually pretty serious. Like quietly, they're laying in the cut, waiting for everybody to say all their stuff about it. But they said that they're going to have a good bit of room this off season.
Yeah, and like I said, last episode, that salary cap going up too.
Mm-hmm.
They're going up, so they'll have that money ready. Man, if we go to the Spurs, bro, oh my God, man.
With LaMarcus Aldridge now too.
Oh my God, man.
I like LaMarcus Aldridge, but that would be a powerhouse team though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just the system, like the system they have there. You can plug
Could you
some money in.
imagine Kevin Durant in that system? He shoot 90%.
Yep.
Oh man.
Where you think he gonna go? B? You think he gonna stay with OKC or he gonna go somewhere else?
I think his best fit would probably be with Washington. I know there was rumors that
That's where you're from. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think he'd actually fit in pretty solid with that system with Bradley Beal, and then Washington go top, and then your boy John Wall.
Washington ain't been looking too good lately though.
I know. All they need
But
is
he
more
might gotta
players.
change that. Yeah.
Up, really. 'Cause John Wall's playing out of his mind right now. I think he's having the best season of his life. And with him passing the ball the way he does, man, can that just chill in the corner waiting for that pull up. I don't think he'd have to do too much in order for him to win. I just think he'd have to maybe average 20 and 10, and then just contribute in other ways. And I think they'd actually be a pretty solid. As far as the Lakers, I don't think he'd do much there, honestly. I think it's just a big market, make more money, but I don't think he'd do shit there.
True story.
Spurs, shit, man. I mean, that'd just be a nasty transaction, man.
So
because Popovich is gonna find a way.
What would be crazy? Him going to the Spurs or him going to Golden State? Which one would shock, or which one would y'all think would be the least fair? Golden State?
Spurs probably. Only because we know Greg Popovich's his coaching method. We've seen what he can do with some stars, and we know that Kevin Durant's going to produce in his system. However, Steve Kerr, we don't really know what he does. I don't really think he coaches that well. I think he just has the personnel. Because he's kind of just using Mark Jackson's team and then just going forward with it. Because they were doing just as well with Luke Walton as they were with Steve Kerr. So it's like, is the coach even important over there? Like, I think I can sit on the sideline still win 70 games. Like, no problem.
But it could be argued that the reason Steve Kerr is successful is because he's not doing the stuff Mark Jackson was. Maybe just sitting back is what the team needed instead of being coached.
Potentially, yeah. No
not
doubt.
getting in the way.
Because,
Sideline clapping, man.
Every year.
Good play, y'all. Good play, y'all.
Because I think they went to the second round of the playoffs and he got fired. And I was like, the craziest firing I've ever seen in my life.
But maybe same thing. Maybe somebody on the team hated him, thought he was intrusive on the system or something.
Very well could have been it. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did hear this fairly recently. I think Mark Jackson, because he a pastor and everything, if I'm not mistaken. He was trying to get all the players to go to church and stuff like that, and I think that rubbed people the wrong way to a degree. So that may or may not have been a factor, but I heard that definitely contributed to him getting fired.
Shit, all I heard them say no. Damn, it's free country.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know how aggressive he was supposedly or what, but I heard that contributed partially because he will probably say prayers before and after the game and everything. And if that ain't everybody's religion, they be like, bro, you need to chill, bro.
Shit, as long as they ain't calling me at 5 in the morning telling me you going to church, I'm fine.
He said, as long as they ain't calling about that prayer line at 6, boy.
I mean,
I can't.
Call me at 4:30. Hey man, you going to church?
Boy, you
I
stupid.
just went to sleep, bro.
But yeah, there was all kind of factors going on with that situation. But we're gonna see how it go, man. We're gonna see. Oklahoma City, they got a lot of talent, but I don't know. They don't play as well as a team as Golden State does. But in the last poll ranking on ESPN, actually, they had the Spurs having a better chance of winning the championship than Golden State.
Reputation, man.
The power rankings, quote unquote.
They got a solid reputation, man. Every year they just slide on the radar with a false ass record and they get to the playoffs and kill them. So no one's even talking about the Spurs. You said they're 3 games behind. No one's even talking about it.
Yep.
Like they probably haven't won the best season in probably the last 10 years, but no one's saying
They're having probably the best season of Spurs history, literally. But it just came at the wrong time, kind of. Speaking of the best record, Golden State is currently 61-6. They on pace. So
man. They go ahead and break that record.
They gonna break that thing down, man.
I think they're gonna go ahead and break it, man.
They got to play the Spurs 3 more times, if I'm not mistaken.
They're gonna take one L by them. Actually, I don't even think so, man. Maybe not, because Greg Popovich is an evil genius, man. He might just sit out his starters at every game and just say, "Fuck it, y'all can win." Then get to the playoffs and smash them.
Oh no, I got no good news.
Because I think they got a back-to-back this coming weekend.
No good news.
Let me check that real fast.
Hey, what you playing, bro?
Street Fighter, bro. Street Fighter.
Hey, glory.
Oh yeah, they got back. Dallas is playing pretty good lately. They got Dallas Friday night, and then they got the Spurs Saturday night. So that's gonna be rough.
Who's that? Golden State got Dallas?
Yeah, they got Dallas Friday night, and then they got San Antonio Saturday night.
That's gonna be a tough back-to-back.
And then in April they gonna have Memphis on a Saturday night. Then they gotta play San Antonio on the Sunday.
Ooh, boy.
And both of those are at San Antonio, so they got to go to their house.
Bro, what the hell's Memphis been this year? He ain't heard nothing about them. They used to be strong, but he ain't heard nothing from them this year.
Man, all right, let's go ahead and move on to the next joint. NBA talk, always interesting, could go on forever about that. All right, me and Jay talked about this briefly. Want to see how everybody feel about it in general. How do you guys feel about the state of music? I don't even want. Well, yeah, I'll say the quality. But in the internet age, where now we have more music available than we ever had, as far as we know, you can now get more music than you've ever been able to get ever. Do you think that's a good thing or bad thing overall? Because a lot of people say, oh, music back in my day was so much better, but there's probably music right now that sounds like what you heard back in your day that's probably at a higher level then. You just haven't found it because you stick to probably mainstream stuff, or you just haven't searched hard enough to find the style of music that you like in today's era. So what do you guys think about the state of music overall?
Go ahead, Angie.
I think it's great, man. Honestly, I think it's good for everyone. Because, like you said, man, there's so many different styles and genres of music that anybody anywhere can find something they like. So, I mean, of course, you might have to look a little harder for, I guess, good lyrics, but whatever. You just have to do some homework.
And the counter to that is there's so much music that you don't have time to listen to everything.
Right. But I just think there's so many different flavors out there. Everyone can just find what they like. Whereas back in the day, I mean, you had like 12 genres, and if you didn't like any of those, you just had to sit there in silence, But now you got flavor for everybody, man.
Or the people that made that particular genre, you just couldn't get access to their music, or they didn't have a way to put it out.
Yeah.
In a way that you could access it.
Because like you can go on your phone now and just type in any genre and just get a plethora of music from anyone, So I think it's great, man. Internet has helped a lot, and then artists producing songs every 30 minutes is helping a lot too.
Also, on top of that, with the fact that so many people can now make music, anybody with a laptop can make music now.
Yeah.
Now it makes it. That's good, but a counter to that is also hard because now phonies can get in real easy. People that don't care too much and just want money or whatever, they can oversaturate completely, and you go through a whole bunch of stuff that people didn't put much time into or don't care too much about. So now you got to filter through all this stuff just to get to the quote-unquote good stuff, the meat, the stuff that you want to hear.
And that's just the market. That's just the
Now it's
market, man.
like,
That's just entrepreneurship. If you flood the market with a bunch of stuff, then people accept you. If you flood the market with trash, then people are going to reject it. I mean, eventually those people are going to get weeded out. I mean, normally you don't see too many garbage ass people stand on the map too long. So it just takes time, man. Just got to be patient with the process.
and that could be frustrating to people that do music that they think, of course, because of course it's all subjective. With people that think they make really good music, it's like, man, goddamn, it's all these niggas making the same shit, and I can't get my shit heard because they didn't went through these 5 niggas and said, man, fuck this whole list of people right here, and your ass is number 2,857. So they like, man, goddamn, it's like because they make it harder for the niggas that really want to do this shit to get on, because it's like it's so much competition. But like you said, I mean, the shit that's hot is gonna be hot for the most part, but it's hard to find it. Jay, what you think?
I was gonna say, after what you had just said, man, it's like the radio, like the music that you hear on the radio is like, it's tricking, it's like it's playing with, you know, the younger generation's minds or whatever. It's like it's almost like brainwashing them to think what they hearing on the radio is good music. It's not. Because I mean, like it's tricking these, like, okay, in my opinion, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, Quentin, Benji, maybe Zach, that that all right, what you hear on the radio is not hip hop. Like there'd be like you know, like that show that comes on VH1 called Love and Hip Hop.
Yep.
Like, you know, you got people like on that show, Lil Scrappy, Young Jock, who's some other people. Anyway, that's not. I don't consider that hip hop. You know, real, you know,
Subjective though, man.
subjective.
Subjective.
What do you mean by that?
It could be like a subset of hip hop, maybe. I
Like
don't know.
somebody, like they could definitely say, nigga, I am hip hop. The hair on you. It's a different style from the boom back or the classic hip hop, but they can say, motherfucker, this shit is hip hop.
But all right, you know what? All right, but going back, all right, Lil Scrappy, you know, I'm not down to Lil Scrappy. I actually like Lil Scrappy. I'm not too fond of Young Jock or anything. But like these people like who they play on the radio? Fetty Wap. What the fuck is that?
It's fire, man. It's fire. Okay.
Man,
Well, first of all, you gotta give me a basis. What do you believe hip hop is, in your opinion? What is your baseline? What is your definition of hip hop? We have to start there.
All right. My definition of hip hop, man. Of course, you know, we talk about, when I think hip hop, you know, the first thing that I want to say is that boom bap feel, you know, like kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. That right there, I mean, that it's the feeling, man.
You gotta evolve though, man. It can't be the same forever.
No, I mean, yeah, you're right, but I mean, just like, what the fuck is people talking about? My language, but what is people talking about nowadays, man?
And see, that's a part of the thing where it comes down to the amount of music. But you did specify, in your defense, you did specify what's on the radio primarily. Because another argument would be, okay, there's so much music, there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers that got crazy lyrics. If you want to hear boom bap, there is a ton of boom bap stuff, and I mean a ton. I can give more than enough to where you spend the rest of your life trying to listen to their whole discography. So the argument against it could be, well, if that's what you like, you can find it. I guarantee you can find it.
Yeah.
But as far as the radio, yeah, that's not really getting played on the radio too much. And really, that music is more catchy, which is why it's on the radio. It's easier to digest quickly, because if you put something super lyrical on the radio, people just click. They're like, man, I'm just trying to vibe and have fun and chill. I ain't got time to be thinking all hard.
Shake my ass. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So that'd be the argument. But continue your point. That's just, I gotta play devil's advocate. Got to.
Yeah, I feel you. And like you said, I mean, like people gonna like, you know, people gonna like, whatever, I mean, it's just like the point blank period. My opinion is that there's just bullshit being played on the radio, and I mean, and the audience that's liking that shit is like people that's like the younger generation. I mean, they're the ones that's going around doing all this bitch dab shit and all that.
Ooh, oh my God! Oh my God! Shots fired. Damn, bro.
And they doing all that.
Whoa.
And,
Whoa.
I'm all right. Anyway, the question was, what do I think of, the state of music or the state of hip hop rap?
Music.
State of music.
I know you can talk about hip hop for a long time, but just overall, the availability. Do you think it's more good or bad the fact that we have more music available now than ever? Literally.
I say it kind of depends on. I mean, it's great for us, like for people like us. I mean, because we can get on the internet and we can just pretty much get whatever we want. Shit, YouTube, any of those, downloading apps or whatever.
Yeah, we ain't saying no names, but
Go to datpip.com and just download mixtape after mixtape after mixtape. So I mean, it's great for us, but I mean, if you want to talk about the artists that we're getting shit from,
record sales and all that kind of stuff,
they
hit hard.
They not making any profit off of it. And they just giving us free music or blah blah blah, and then whenever they put something out in the stores, people ain't buying it. The actual hard copies of the album or whatever. So I try to support, I still support, artists that I like, I fuck with Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole and all of them, artists that I like, I actually go out and still buy, CDs,
How about it?
So.
All right, Zach, what you think?
First of all, the music on the radio, I haven't listened to the radio in, I don't know, 10 years, honestly. But the music on the radio is a reflection of what people want to hear. I mean, it's as simple as that. People like shitty music, and that's what the radio is going to play. So, but as far as availability, I'm all for it. I mean, you could flip all the pros and cons. You could list them out for having, like you were saying, your music can be available to anyone, but also anyone can make music. So you can list all your pros and cons for modern music or the modern era, but you could go back to any classic era and list the pros and cons and flip them around. Because like you said, like there's an oversaturation, or could potentially be an oversaturation for people who are making good music, but they still have some kind of chance to get discovered. But what kind of chance did they have in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s before the internet? I mean, you had to be discovered by a record label, or you just grind out using your own money to travel to these little clubs and hope the right people see you.
Pause right there real quick. That's another point I wanted to touch real quick, is the fact that there's not as much investment needed into it now. Because you can get a laptop, Fruit Loops for free, nothing. Costs you nothing to get in the game. Nothing at all. It's so easy now to get in if you want to get in. Microphones are cheaper than they ever been. Recording software, all that kind of stuff is just way more accessible. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, if you wanted to do music, like you had to put up some bank to get it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as simple as, hey, I'm about to download this application. Okay, I'm a producer now. You know what I mean? You had to invest way more into it. You had to go out of your way to get stuff. It just wasn't as, I'm just going to get this, and now all of a sudden I do music. I'm an artist. I'm a musician now. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the total quality of music. I mean, that we could talk about that for the rest of our lives in comparison for each era of music, but I think it's a good thing to have availability for everyone.
I do have a question for you, Jeremy.
What's up?
So does it make you angry when you listen to the radio and you hear what you consider to be garbage? And I guess you take pride in the music that you make, and I guess you believe that what you make is quality. So do you get angry when you hear garbage on the radio and you know that you're making quality music but no one cares?
Sometimes I do. I say yeah, like there was a time like where I would just be like, just oh my God and shit like that. Throw my own shit in my CD player and listen to my own shit. But at the same time, I kind of I grew to the point to realize that hey, if people, there's a lot of people out there fucking with these same cats that I consider to be garbage. They the ones that's making money. They the ones that's going out doing shows and rocking the crowd and all that shit. So
Hmm.
I mean, I gotta start hating, because I can hate all day, but if I just continue to hate and shit like that, hey, that's probably gonna get in the way of me, focusing on my own music and so I can get out there. So I mean, let them go ahead and do their thing, and I'm a find my way. You know what I'm saying? So
I
Yeah,
do. I do. Very mature way
now,
to go about it.
yeah,
yeah, 'cause now even more so than ever, you got to bring something else other than your artistry per se. You got to grind harder, have a personality to a degree that people attach to for a little bit. Like I talk to you about him all the time, Jeremy. Lil B is not good at rapping, far as I
God
know, unless he
almighty.
playing. He is not good,
Oh my
but
God.
he's put out so much music and so many videos that now he has a cult following. So you have to, well, you don't have to, but in my opinion, you have to respect that grind because people that make good stuff don't have nearly as much stuff as he does. And that's how he built his following. I mean, you get mad if you want to, and even though his wording be crazy and everything, when you hear him in interviews and stuff, he all he talks about is positivity, positive energy, positive stuff. He don't talk bad about nobody except Kevin Durant. Because Kevin
No,
Durant said he
this
was wet
guy.
first, but a grind comes with it. Like people want to follow and listen to somebody that has some kind of mystique about them. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
why I'm kind of surprised about J. Cole getting as far as he has, because he's a pretty regular nigga, but people relate to him, so he's just that guy that people relates to a lot. And I mean, of course, it's debatable. I listen like Gucci ain't the most uh content heavy person in the world, but that's my dude, right? You can't tell me nothing about Gucci. You can't tell me nothing. Trap House 3, Mrs. Own 6, all the way back to Trap House in 2005, all
yeah.
that.
I
But
was
at the
gonna
same
say,
time, I listen to Kendrick Lamar, Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, The Pimp. I'm the king of that. I will listen to the most ignorant shit in the world and then turn around and listen to the most deep shit in the world. So I'm pretty well rounded. I like a little bit of everything. But, sometimes I ain't in the mood to listen to Pimp a Butterfly. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear some Gucci. I just want that trunk to be rattling, you know what I'm saying? Something just ride to. Just
yeah,
something. Sometimes I just want to hear ignorant shit, quite frankly. Or stuff that's just fun. Just fun. You put it as that. Just something that, because, sometimes you want to be all serious and shit. And then sometimes you in the gym, you can't be listening to no poet in the gym and you trying to live. Man, the world is in a bad place. Bro, I'm trying to hit this for old five. Put that Gucci on, man. How many people you killing in this song, Gucci? How many people you killing? That, you know what I'm saying? But it was well rounded, you know what I'm saying? That is one thing I like. There's just so much stuff to listen to now. Overall, it's just
I was gonna say,
unbelievable.
Gucci Man, he was that, one of them dudes who's it's debatable of who's the king of the
Trap
mixed,
music.
yeah,
Oh, mixtape.
king
Okay.
of mixtapes. I don't even know how many mixtapes he came out with, but they say,
It's him or Lil Wayne, bro. It got to be one of them two.
yeah, but that goes with the thing, like how many albums has Gucci Man came out with?
Bro, I couldn't call it, bro.
Like in the record store albums?
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you. I don't know if I've listened to one. It's
I
all
have no
mixtapes for me.
idea.
all right, because are we sitting here talking about like the point in time where music is as far as like it being accessible and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gucci Man, he put out, so much music, free music, to people. I mean, like he knew what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? But he like, he put all that music, out, and like, it's ignorant shit, Like I don't, like Gucci Man. I mean,
Every now and then he'll drop some bars. Every now and then he'll be spitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say every now and then he'll give you something to think about though.
Boy, when it was a while back, but that boy had just got out of jail. He supposed to get out this year. But anyway, this is a while back he went to jail. He was in the studio. He said he ain't leaving the studio till when, Benji? You remember when he said?
September.
He said we ain't leaving the studio till goddamn September, boy. But that's what they said. They say the same thing about Lil Wayne too. They say, man, he grind like he ain't got $1 in his pocket. You know, some artists that just make the difference. They super rich, but they doing music every fucking day. But then you can argue, well, they got the luxury to do that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like they got some other shit to do.
Yeah, one of
But
Gucci's homeboys was talking about that. How he wake up, go to the studio, hit the club, then he wake up at like 6 a.m., go back to the studio,
yeah,
and he can always be there.
and you can attribute that to success as well. Is there's good artists out there, but they might not have that grind mode like that, where they say, I'm putting out a mixtape every month. Fuck all this other shit. Niggas taking a year and a half, whatever, 6 months. I'm dropping a tape every month. Somebody gonna hear this motherfucking shit, and just keep dropping and dropping and dropping until they hit the right tape.
Mm-hmm.
And then from a gig perspective, knowing people that play in live bands and everything, they just kill gigs in their local area and just network with everybody possible. And just keep moving. So it's almost like you got to keep up with the pace. You got to put out a lot of content, or you got to put out something crazy and then find the right ear to catch it.
Or you could be a country singer and then just get on with whatever big band's coming through town.
And see, I have no idea about that genre or how easy or difficult it is to get in. No clue, no idea. From a rock perspective, Zach, how difficult it? Because I know you probably been in gigs where you've seen bands that are pretty fucking good, but they're not famous or millionaires or any shit like that. Cause I know I've went and I've heard bands like, damn, they're really good, but they're just normal guys that just sing in their off time.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say about. I can't speak about the total quality because I don't listen to that many genres of music. But as far as like rock and indie type music like that, I think it's as good as it's ever been. Just because of that reason, people they have some kind of chance, so that gives them at least a little motivation to keep going. Whereas maybe in the past, I mean, who knows, some small band might play a couple gigs and like, oh fuck it, we never have any kind of chance. Let's go get a job down at dad's shop or whatever. But now there's, especially in Atlanta, there's a super good music scene here because there's like maybe, I think there's over 20 like legitimate places to play music, not just like hole in the wall restaurants, spaces in the back. I mean, there's like a really good cultivated music scene here. And there's a band I've seen probably like 6 times now. And I would say, for me personally, I definitely prefer them to anything that's played on the radio at all right now. But every show I've been to, they might have 30 to 40 people at the most there. So they're putting out quality music, but they haven't made it on the radio. And maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know, but they definitely have the chance just because of Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, you said you get the right person to hear it, or people just keep sharing it and it spreads like wildfire. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty happy with music right now because I keep finding bands and it's like a limitless supply. Just put on Pandora or Spotify or just go on a random YouTube search. Just keep clicking that suggested link. Get related music you've never heard of.
Boy, those suggestion fees be a damn killer, boy. YouTube, music, wherever, boy. You can't never go to bed, goddamn.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel good as far as what music is out now for the most part. Like I said, I don't listen to the radio, so I don't really know what's going on. I haven't heard any kind of like major name that did anything to impress me in rock lately, but I'm sustained on independent stuff and local stuff in Atlanta, really.
True story. All right, let's go ahead and talk about VR technology. All these VR devices coming out. Do you guys have interest in any of them at all? You need me to list them out. I will gladly find them.
Please, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, the new craze right now, or the next hot thing coming as far as gaming is concerned, is virtual reality headsets.
Oh shit! That's
you literally get the helmet, you know what I'm saying? Put it on, play your games. Yes. So, do you guys think that technology is gonna catch on, or is it gonna fall off? And let's see, we got the Oculus Rift. We got the HTC Vive. That's gonna be mainly for computer. It might be compatible with other things as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the PlayStation VR. That's gonna be $400. And all these expensive as hell. That's the cheapest one.
Oh yeah.
The Vive is like $800. So you got PlayStation VR for $400. Then you have the Sulon Q. I don't know what the hell that one. I haven't heard about that one yet. Samsung has one. There's a whole bunch of them coming out. And well, actually, the very cheapest one where you can actually use your own smartphone is Google Cardboard, where you can actually use your phone. You know what I'm saying? It has like the little box where you can kind of create something similar. But do you guys think this is going to be a fad or something that's going to stick around for a long time?
I think it's all dependent on the cost. If, like you said, if it costs about $800 to $1,000, I don't think it's going to stick with the common consumer. However, if you drop the price to like $200 or $300, I do think it'll stick, man. I think it'll probably last a while. I mean, it depends how they progress from now. I mean, if they keep improving it every year, then I think it'll go far. It's just you got to keep that damn cost down, man, because it doesn't have the reputation of Xbox One or PS4. It's kind of like you can say a new genre of gaming, if you will. At like $1,000, I don't think people are gonna buy in like that for something they don't really know much about.
Even the $400 joint, man, they're like, bro, that's a whole nother PlayStation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and there's no reputation that precedes it. So, yeah. To get in the game, I think they need low them numbers though.
Also, there's no first-party content for any of these that looks too promising. Like nothing that people are just going crazy, like saying, "Oh, I gotta get it." Look at this game right here. Everything's just
Star Wars Battlefront signed on with PlayStation yesterday, I think.
That'd be nice. That'd be interesting. I also wonder with the refresh rates. You know what I'm saying? How is the motion blur gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Motion sickness and all that kind of crap. Because you might be like, "Oh, this is cool," and then you throw up on your goddamn self. And you be like, "Shit, man, I can't fuck with this no more." But I'm about to take this back tonight.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Cause like, haven't they tried this virtual reality stuff like once before, like way back in the day? Like with
I think Nintendo had something. I remember playing it. Benji, it was at RJ house.
it had they had to like discontinue them because of like what people having seizures and stuff like that, right?
Tearing people's lives up, bro.
Something like that. So it also depends. Like Benji was saying, if they bring the price down to like 300, 400 or whatever, then it might stick. But like, I mean, you also got to think, like if the past comes back to the present, and then people start having seizures and whatever other health issues. I mean,
shit, man. Nowadays, people done caught damn Ebola from that shit, bro. Shit, crazy.
Stop that.
Bro, what the hell? How I get that from a headset, bro? But yeah, would you, if it was 200, Jerry, and they said, man, we about to put this motherfucker Tekken VR on here.
It's coming, by the way. Tekken is gonna support virtual reality. Just gonna throw that in real quick.
200 to support that.
I would try it. I mean, I'll give it a shot. Why
would
not?
You have to demo it first, or would you just take the risk?
Yeah. If the demo was available to me or whatever, yeah, I would. Yeah, I would have to
Yeah, bro.
test it out first before I actually spend all that damn money on it and shit.
I'm gonna wait till this first group of people get their joint first and see what happened with them. Let them come out with that 2.5 version. I'm like, oh, okay, I can get in now. Everybody done caught their Ebola and shit, so I'm good now. I can go ahead and go in there.
That's how some of you would do.
How about bro? I need to see what happened to you first. Then I think about what you think, Zach. Do you think it's a fad, or do you think it's something that's gonna pass over?
I have two ways of thinking about it, and I thought about it quite a bit today. The first one is, in a way, I'm thinking there's too big of a push and too much of an investment for it to be a quickly passing fad, because there's so many people making it, and we haven't even seen what they have to offer, really. I mean, we know about the Oculus and PlayStation and all that stuff, you name that, but we don't really know what the content's going to look like or how it's going to work out. I think Oculus said it's coming, I mean, it comes out at the end of this month, I think, and there's going to be 30 games playable like you said, it's not first party games. It's like games, I guess they were for people to develop specifically for the Oculus. But so there's going to be, I guess there's going to be two separate markets because people are going to make it more accessible to do the Samsung thing where you can just use your phone.
Yeah.
But to me, I think that's going to center more for mobile games and more simplistic stuff. So that's going to be a separate market. To me, I think eventually it'll branch off to where people have like the mobile, the lesser experience that's more accessible, and there's going to be the gamers who have their setups. Because I think, even though it is kind of expensive, I think it's surprising how much people are willing to spend on something they want for electronics now. People are building these $3,000-$4,000 gaming computers. If they want to play VR, they'll drop a little more to get the full experience if they're going to be into it. And I don't know which one I'd be more inclined to try. Because to me, the Samsung, I've watched some demos and stuff. That one doesn't look like it's that impressive to me.
And
because it just
that's another big thing is with this is like you just mentioned. It's so hard to demo it via video. You can't just watch it and see what it's gonna look like. You can kind of guess, but you ain't gonna really know until you got it on your face, your damn self.
Yep. And the playback, to me, I've seen, like I said, just some I don't know if it was technically source video or what, but whatever the playback is I saw, honestly, it looked like late PlayStation 2 graphics to me, early PS3 at best. I was like, fuck that, if I'm going to spend $400-$500 and it's going to look like a generation behind, I don't care how immersive it is if it doesn't look good. But the second part of my thinking is, even if they do make this big investment, that it could go away in the same way. If you go back and look, PlayStation 3, everybody was saying the 6-axis control on the controllers is going to be the next big thing in gaming. It's going to give you all this control. It's going to make the depth of the controls for each game you play all this much better. And nothing happened with that. They had a few games at launch that used that technology. And PlayStation Move came out, so you have those nunchucks and the PlayStation camera and shit like that. They had like that bow and arrow game in the Olympics or whatever, but apart from that, that technology went nowhere. So the other thing, it is $400 for the PlayStation VR, but you have to have the PlayStation Move and the PlayStation camera.
You do have to have the camera. I didn't mention that.
Yeah,
the camera's what, like $100 or
Yes.
60? It might be 60 or something.
So what they were saying, what I was looking at, is if you're a PS3 owner or a different console and you want to get a PS4 and do virtual reality, you are definitely looking at like $1,000 at least, and that's not including the games. So your initial investment is going to be about $1,000. The same with the Oculus. It's going to be more than that because you got to have your PC be able to support it. And the other big thing is apparently you have to be connected for all this stuff too. So your range is not going to be that great.
Man, you can tear all kind of shit up.
Yeah, turn your head real fast and you jerk your whole damn setup off, and you just
I ain't heard nobody bring that up. Unless, even if the cord is 100 feet long, bruh, it's gonna catch something. I guarantee it.
Or you gonna get tangled up and trip or something like that.
Ain't your damn self falling down some stairs fucking with that thing.
But yeah, the one that I'm much more interested in, quickly, I also agree with you about, I'm going to wait for that version 2, maybe even version 3, see how it's affecting people's eyes, because no matter what, you're going to have an image really close to your eyes, and people want high fidelity, so it's going to have to be really bright and clear, and nobody knows how that's going to affect your vision and what it does to your brain, especially if you have like a 4-hour gaming session with that shit right in your eye.
Longevity.
But the one I'm much more interested in than any of those is the Microsoft, the HoloLens. So instead of doing virtual reality, it's augmented reality. That I think has the potential to be much cooler.
Weren't they the ones that did that damn Pokemon demo?
Boy,
Lord have mercy.
Yep, and they're partnering with Minecraft and shit like that. But the cool thing with that, it's going to allow you to see the game in the real world, but there's way bigger implications outside of gaming, because they're talking about training people for surgery, showing people how to build stuff, and showing like you can do stuff in your home, like automotive repairs. You can pull up a video and see someone in 3 dimensions doing the repair that you need to do, look right to your right, and apply it to the vehicle. And they showed it where you can like save it and move it over to your vehicle, and it overlays on your vehicle and shows you which bolts.
That shit sounded dope.
Boy, that is fire right there. Yeah, I forgot about that. I do remember them talking about that, but I was like, I don't know how realistic or how soon. Is there any ETA on that? Whoa, boy.
It's Microsoft 10.
Man, they've been trying to push that damn update on my damn computer, boy. I am not ready for no damn.
I don't want it.
But The only thing about the HoloLens, if you go out in public, obviously you're gonna like a jackass playing that motherfucker. But besides that, it'll be dope.
Well, I mean,
Like,
Google
man, what the fuck
Glass,
you doing?
it works in a similar way. People I haven't seen anyone or known anyone personally that uses them, but apparently
Yeah,
people do use them.
didn't Marcus Brownlee do like a review on that or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that one holds way bigger potential, and I think it's
That'd be so
take off
crazy.
faster too. Because speaking of Pokemon, that Pokemon Go, I think that's going to be a bigger step. Is the augmented reality, seeing stuff through your phone or through a device on your head, instead of having the world closed off to you. That appeals more to me. So we'll see. I don't think they have a price on that either yet. So there's still a lot of details. But as far as just my initial interest level, I would definitely be more interested in what you could do with the HoloLens.
That would be so dope. Also, FYI for the Oculus Rift, the minimum requirements is an NVIDIA GTX 970, which is a pretty powerful
Ooh, yeah.
graphics card. I just looked it up just for fun, just see the price on one of those. The minimum I see is $320.
Lord have mercy.
That's just for your graphics card to go on your computer. But I got a pretty beefy computer, so in order to make that bitch run, you're gonna need to spend. I want to say you might be able to get away with $600 or $700, but that's really pushing it. That's pushing. I would say a rack, so you could really, really run it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, your investment's going to be much
crazy.
bigger for Oculus than HTC. Your investment is going to be bigger for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe the quality is better. I don't know yet. But.
And you have to have 2 USB 3.0 ports. So two of your ports gone right off jump. And then is it powered via the USB? Maybe, I'm guessing so. Maybe.
Yeah, it must be.
Maybe I have to plug that bitch in. I'm like, bro, look. Like I'm having surgery in here, man. I ain't hooking all that up.
Just as a side note, I bet not see one motherfucker on welfare with none of these setups.
Bruh, you know the tax refund season, boy.
Bruh, I don't give a damn. I bet not see one. I bet not see one person on welfare with this whole setup. I'm sorry.
Also, within gaming, if you guys have not heard, there's talks of cross-platform gaming, meaning Xbox versus PS4 versus PC, everybody being able to play together on certain games. The first thing I thought about, and if somebody see this idea and take this shit, Call of Duty, send me a free copy, something like that. But specifically for something like Call of Duty, you know, people talk shit about which console is better and all this shit. Now you get to see for real, right? Y'all all playing together, but they can set up like weekend tournaments or events and shit where, you know, they have total win counters, total kill counters, all this shit, and have like console wars. So PS4 versus Xbox. So every time you join a lobby, you only gonna be with PlayStation people. And then on the other end, you always gonna be Microsoft people, and then you have the PC people. PC people, from what I'm hearing, it might not be fair because you could use a mouse and shit and be way more fucking accurate. Because of course you can use a controller to play PC, but that would be dope as fuck. So, you know, people could really get to talking their shit. All right, Xbox versus PS4, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Your whole squad PS4, whole squad Xbox. But there's a game, oh my God, what's the name of that fucking game? I forgot. But there's a few games where they're talking about starting off where it's just PC and Xbox Live, since they're integrating all of that with Windows 10, kind of fucking over the people that have Xbox. It's like, bro, if you're going to get a PC all the games, we might as well just stick with a PC. You kind of, you know, you're not giving us a real reason to keep the Xbox. You know what I'm saying? If we ain't got no real exclusives. But anyway, outside of all that, what y'all think about the possibility of cross-platform gaming? Is that something that's interesting to you?
I mean, I think it would be lovely. I mean, it's pretty transparent to me. I mean, if I'm playing Call of Duty against someone who has an Xbox, I don't really give a damn. As long as they ain't cheating, I just want to play. I mean, it'd be cool for like friends that want to get together who have different platforms or like parties and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about that.
But I think really the change would be kind of transparent. But like you said, for the tournaments, it'd be kind of interesting though. For the PC gamers, it will be a little unfair. For them damn quick scopers. But I mean, it'd be fun though. Have a shit talk on Xbox and kill them on PlayStation though.
Boy, them be some videos for the motherfucking ages, boy.
But it might get rid of the whole console rivalry though. It might just go away because if you can play whatever games with each other, then the rivalry kind of goes away.
But you'll still have your single player exclusive though.
Yeah, you still have those.
And right now, PlayStation killing as far as that's concerned. Xbox.
Xbox got Halo though. They killing the
Bruh,
Halo.
falling off. There's still hardcore fans of it, and it still sells pretty good. So I ain't gonna say that all the way, but it ain't what it used to be hype wise.
No, not at all.
Like, I'm about to go buy me a motherfucking Xbox so I can play this shit.
I mean, I bought a PS3 because of God of War.
Boy, Lord, man, when they announced that, better
That was
believe that gameplay gonna be right here, boy.
that was the only reason I bought a PS3 because God of War was coming out.
Boy, I'm telling you, I take off work early, boy.
Yeah, take off the whole week. God.
Yeah, beat that then. Man, when I played that game on PS2, man, I just hadn't seen anything like it. Like the way the cameras moved, the cinematography on the shots, when you fighting people and everything. I'm sure there's probably a game that had something similar to that before, but for me, God of War, man, just the way it was presented was just fire. I was like, ain't nothing fucking with this, man.
For me, it was just the violence, honestly. That sound like a
crazy.
bastard.
It was crazy.
But I mean, it was just fun, like chopping off a Hydra's head or jumping on a Cyclops, ripping his eyeball out. That was fun to me.
That is another interesting thing about that game. You could press buttons and beat the motherfucker, but you can apply skill at the same time.
Hell
If you play it
yeah.
on God mode, you can't press buttons.
Boy, you can't,
you
boy.
gonna get that ass tore up.
Because you get to open the scene, cut the game off.
I think that's a piece of it that makes it so fun is the fact that casual people can play it, and then if you want to be hardcore about this shit, then you could take it there too if that's what you want.
And then square, square, triangle. Plume of Prometheus get you through the whole game.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Hold that bitch, throw him up in the air, freeze time. Let's go. Jay, what you think, man? Like right now, if you was playing somebody on Xbox.
If I ain't mistaken, I'm still playing Street Fighter 5 right now. If I ain't mistaken, I wish I can go to the main menu and look at it, but it's like they already have an option to where I don't know if it's available yet, but like that you can already do like cross gaming
Yes,
or
you can.
like you know what I'm talking about, Zach?
Yeah, so Street Fighter 5 is not even available on Xbox. It's PC and PS4 only. So there's already crossplay between PS4 and PC right now.
Yeah, I have
First game that I know of doing that.
I play a good bit online on Street Fighter 5. I couldn't tell you if I'm playing somebody on PS4 or a computer, but I mean that's an interesting thought. Like then you talking about that how that would end the console rivalry or whatnot. Like that'd be interesting if they did the cross consoles or whatever, because it's just like Zach, he doesn't like to come over here and play me on Tekken on my on my Xbox because of how the controller is, how bulky the Xbox controller is. So I mean, like if we wanted to play Tekken or whatever, I mean he can be at his crib playing me on his PS4 and I can be on, or yeah, he can be on his PS4 and I can be on my Xbox or whatnot, something like that. So that'll end that, I guess.
That'll be clean.
People will
But
be.
you said the integration in Street Fighter 5 is real clean, so you can't tell. It's just fluid, the connection cool and everything.
Yeah, connection. I haven't had any trouble with connection wise or whatnot. I mean, I hear there's people in blogs and shit talking about how fights just get cut off because of bad connection or whatever. But they just recently did an update, so that probably fixed it or whatever. I ain't never had a problem with it though.
Got to mighty. That sounds cleansed, man.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Anything else? Go ahead.
As far as I can tell, I mean, I've watched a good bit of streams. It's working out really well for Street Fighter 5, the crossplay, because I think the thing about disconnects is they had a huge problem with people rage quitting because they have a point system. They have a point system, and they're actually rewarding people who have the most points at the end of, I guess they're going to do a certain length of season, and you can get to play in an offline tournament. they for whatever reason, I guess they just forgot somehow. Somebody fucked up and left it out. There was no consequence for rage quitting, so you could get 15, 20 wins in a row by cheating, win 5, and as soon as you lose, quit, log back on. Your 5-game win streak's still alive. So that's one thing they were saying that was a problem because people on PC could quit easier. I think they could just hit Alt F4 or something like that, whatever, just kill the program, and they could just. They were saying it's like easier to cheat on PC somehow a little bit.
Get me out of here.
They patched that, and that's not a big issue. But I think Xbox is done. Honestly, I think that's it.
Ooh,
Oh shit!
yeah, boy.
Because the sales are so poor in comparison to the PS4, and as they keep integrating Windows 10 with Xbox, I mean, it's already a Microsoft program, so I think it's going to go that way. And especially thinking ahead with the HoloLens, they're going to probably integrate that with the Xbox Connect or whatever, and so it's just going to consolidate into being a PC market, and they'll do crossplay. I guess Nintendo will probably still be its own thing, but I think
Anybody getting that
Nintendo's
Nintendo,
done.
that new Nintendo coming out this year?
no,
No, I don't think it's coming out. Is it coming out? I don't think it's coming out this
they
year.
haven't said officially. I don't think the NX.
Damn, boy. So y'all say y'all ain't fucking with them boys, huh?
To me, I don't see the incentive for there to be an Xbox anymore because it's already fully compatible. Because most games are crossplay right now anyway. The only real exclusive for Xbox other than Halo, at least in the fighting game community, is Killer Instinct,
Yep.
and it's already crossplay. So it's crossplay if you buy it on Xbox. You can already play it on PC. You don't have to buy a separate version, which I thought
Boy.
was pretty cool. Yeah. So I think they're going to continue integration over the next couple of years, and I think that'll be it. It'll just be a streamlined thing.
And also with PCs being so powerful, what do y'all think about the possibility of new consoles coming out in a few years, like literally a few years?
That shit better be boss as hell for me to get it.
Damn.
For me to leave PlayStation 3, 4, that shit better be boss as hell and cheaper. Honestly, and what kind of games will I have too? They better come out with a whole new genre of games as boss as hell too.
Because a lot of go ahead.
I would say, how people are stuck in their ways, man. You know how they want to play their console exclusive games. They're unwilling to step outside what they like.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard for a new console to come out and just kill the game, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because a lot of people been talking about it, how these consoles when they came out weren't as powerful as what people thought they should be. You know what I mean? One thing I don't hear too many people mention, although the straight up specs aren't as good as a PC, I mean it's dedicated specifically to playing games, so all the resources are dedicated specifically to running the game, whereas a PC has other shit going on, obviously. But even with that, there's stuff out there so much more powerful, not quite as portable or as contained as in a console, but it's very feasible that new systems will be coming out relatively soon. Like they won't have the lifespan of, like a PS3 and Xbox 360. Those were out forever.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever. I mean, there's some people that was like their first console. Like we had Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. That was like their first console, and that's like the only. This generation right here is they second, second coming. They like, hold on, a new one about to come out, but we used to the shit like whatever. That PS3, Xbox 360 generation was just fire. This shit just lasted a long time. It was just hitting on every cylinder. So, what y'all think about the possibility of new consoles coming out 2018-ish, if that soon?
So you say.
I mean, I ain't saying it's coming out that soon. 2018 is right around the corner, but how do you feel if this year, possibly next year, they say, hey, we about to come out with some more consoles, and then that's when Xbox will be like, all right, man, y'all just get a motherfucking PC to fuck with us. What do y'all think the possibility is of new consoles coming out relatively soon? By relative, I mean an announcement within 4 or 5 years.
So it's very possible. Surprised I haven't done it already. I mean, yeah, it'd probably have to be super portable though for it to be successful, but I'm surprised I haven't done it already, honestly. Because I mean, you have Nintendo, you got PlayStation, and Xbox. And that's really it. So I'm just really surprised that 4 or 5 have not already come out.
Damn, boy, you say you might just pass on this generation, huh?
Yeah, Yeah, man. It all depends on how much it costs, honestly. If it's like an experimental cost, like $200 or $300, I mean that's possible. They come out, you talking about $1,500? Nah, cause I can't mess with you then.
Was it 1,500?
Nah, I can't mess with you. I gotta wait till that price come on down.
I'd imagine 500 or 600, but especially if they give people what they want, like something that's at least at the time bleeding edge. Of course, in a few years that's gonna change as well. But it's probably, I would guess 500 or 600, which is kind of crazy. But I mean,
nah, that would be dope. They came with a console that could play any console's games. That would be boss.
Boy, you know damn well. Well, I ain't gonna say they.
But Xbox One, 360, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, whatever.
Boy, you saying they need to just join powers and say fuck it.
Basically, just take over the market. I mean, then they could just charge whatever they want. But I think it'd be well worth it though.
I mean, that's what Steam is kind of doing. Steam offers games from all kinds of generations, but I'm sure there's not copyright, but there's like some kind of contractual agreement to where they can't get every game. But Steam is the future.
I think it might be possible for these consoles that we currently have, but that next generation, boy, they need to be backwards compatible, bro.
Hell yeah.
Stop playing, bro. I don't understand if these have, a typical x86 architecture. From my understanding, which is very similar to PC, some very easy to develop for. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about the architecture, but that's what I think it is. I don't see why you can't make it reverse compatible, bro.
Well, of course they can.
But you ain't even talking about hardware at that point. You're talking about software that can decode the information that's on the disc. And maybe I'm wrong about that. Anybody that watches shit, correct me if I am incorrect. But shit, I paid $600 for a motherfucking console. That bitch better play everything.
Everything.
They want you to buy it twice.
Right.
What reason do they have to offer that to you except to be good customer service? But I mean, there's no reason for them to give you backwards compatibility when they can charge you. Well, it's only like $6, even though you own it. You can download it digitally just for the small price.
Yeah. Almost like pay-to-win games, man.
Mm-hmm. Right. But yeah. Go back
How
to
do you feel, Jay, if they announce that?
If they come out with a new console in the next couple of years.
2 years, they say, hey, man, PS5 better come out.
Man, I don't even consider myself to be, I'm not even deep enough in this consoles, the generation that we're in right now. So, I mean, I like to get good and deep into a console generation before I decide to go on to the next generation. So, like if PlayStation 5 and Xbox 360 between the legs come out, next year or the year after that, I'm not gonna pass up on it. I'm gonna just wait, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. I mean, because I still want to know what's going to come out for PS4 and whatnot, and what they gonna do with it, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, they're not finished. Well, PS4 still got a ton of life in it left, and I just want to see what else they're gonna do with it before I go on to the next generation. So.
And so you got patience, unlike a lot of people. Like myself, something new come out, I'm a back up for a second, but if it look prosperous, I got to get that new shiny thing. I already know me. You got patience, that a lot of people don't have. But that'll be interesting to see when they announce the next generation. I mean, this one could last, 5, 6, 7 more years, but probably not. But we're gonna see. Anyways, anything else you boys want to talk about before we wrap it up?
Cool, man.
You cool, boy?
It was fun, man. It was fun.
I really thought that I was going to take this last week to dig in and research and have some stuff about flat Earth when I came back, and then I realized that I really just don't give a fuck. Because I felt like I was looking for answers to questions that didn't even need to be asked. So sorry to disappoint. I really had it in my mind. I was going to come back with some really good information, but
tear that ass up.
Who cares, basically.
Yeah, it's like I was thinking about doing research too, then I realized I didn't give a fuck either.
He said, boy, I ain't about to invest this kind of time, man.
Basically.
Oh, yeah. Everybody put your little contacts in the group chat for us real quick. B, what you got to say to the people before you roll out. Where can they holler at you? I'm going to put everything in the description box below. So go holler at everybody on the media that you see fit.
Let's see. Find me on Instagram, Sir Fit Life, or you can find me on Medium. I post articles and shit at Benjamin F. Long.
Andre, where goddamn?
On Medium. Yeah, it's just it's kind of a new social media, if you will.
And I'm going
You
to
can
put that
also
link
post
in the
articles,
description.
blogs, and whatever. And name on there is just Benjamin F. Long.
All right.
That's it, and that's all.
All right, Jay.
You can find me, of course, on Instagram at UltraJ14. You can find me on YouTube, The Black Eyes 14, 22, 23, 44.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to put all that in the box.
You can also find me on SoundCloud. Check out my music at Buck Crazy Music. And that's about it.
All right. Zach, right here in the comments section.
Yep, can't find me anywhere.
All right. Any closing thoughts that anybody wants to present?
Damn, this dog getting on my nerves, bro. That's my closing thought. But this dog worrisome as hell.
Happy St.
What dog
Patrick's
you got,
Day, I
man?
guess.
Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. I did get pinched today. I was like, man, go on now.
You motherfucker.
Boy, I'm trying to
Grown
say.
to get pinched, bro.
But anyway, it's been episode 2. Until next time, holla at your boy. And we out.
Later.
Motherfuckers.